go over your questions.
Okay.
I have the list in front of me.
Okay, perfect. That's the right
So
one.
I moved my domains, all my domains into. I'm just reading this stuff. So moved them all to a single registrar in order to save costs and less time. Okay. I repriced my portfolio. 3 categories: 460, 860, and keep. Okay. Extend my visibility. Okay, that's good. You got your visibility higher as well.
Yeah. So
sales.
Up to now, I've mostly simplified my domain portfolio management through one registrar move and repriced according to what we discussed last time during the portfolio review. The next step are what I'm doing now. So spreading the listings and starting outbound sales like we discussed. Probably this will be at the end of the summer. Now, further to that, I have the list of questions below. So if we can go through, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the first one is, do you think the registrar has influence on sales? It looks like it's still more. Yeah, definitely. Only GoDaddy has influence because they have more front of site traffic. So they have more end users going to their front of site and doing searches for domain names.
Yeah.
So definitely, I would say that. What do you think of using? Sorry, go ahead.
What if I have my domain registered at name.com, for instance, and list them on GoDaddy auctions?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. I should get the traffic from the GoDaddy searches.
Yeah.
But do you think that some people say, okay, this domain is registered at this place, so I buy it, but it's too much of a hassle if it's a place I don't know. Do you think really it can hurt the sales?
That's not an issue. Okay. A lot of times people don't even know where it's registered until they decide they want to buy it, so that won't be an issue.
Okay, so this was my main concern. So, what do you think of ProTrada? The second question.
So, ProTrada is a good company. I don't think it's going to bring you in any leads for domain sales, so I wouldn't suggest registering there.
Okay,
I mean, you can get a free account.
I mean, save time. If you list a domain on ProTrada, you can automatically list it on Sido, Afternic, GoDaddy. Manage all your parameters for several sales platforms at one place. Same idea as merging all my domains to one registrar. Here, merging my list. For management of sales on a single place. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, yes, you can use it for that. For that, it's worthwhile. You just have to enter all your logins and everything else.
Yeah.
But for managing it and for using it as a tool like that, it's definitely a good. Like ProTrad is a good platform. There's no question about it. But you're not going to make sales from it to their marketplace. But you will be able to manage your accounts easier, which is a big plus.
Yeah, yes, that's what I meant. And what do you think? Is it a reliable company with some future?
Oh, yes.
No,
it's definitely. I know the owner very well. His name is Troy Rushton. Both Rick and I know him very well. He's definitely a very good guy, and the company's going to be around, yes.
It's been around for 4 or 5 years now?
Yeah, Troy's a good guy. There's no problems with him at all.
I find the idea very interesting because, it's a big work for domainers to manage all the portfolio and manage the listings everywhere. You
right. Say. Right.
Okay.
Okay, so question 3, for domain name sales, what you need to do is go into their domain name sales platform in the back end and select a broker, and then I'll be the first one at the top, and you can just select me. Then any inquiries that come in, I'll be able to manage for you.
Simply, yeah.
Yes, that's it. Very simple.
So I don't have an account now. I will set up an account there and do that.
Okay.
Okay. But how does it work? If you act as a broker, what are the fees? What are...
it'll go through everything when you get set up. Once you choose me, it'll give you the option to pick the fee and all that stuff. So you'll see it all there.
Okay.
So... Which domain types besides very short names are globally best for brokerage? Anything that a business would want to buy. So anything that could represent or you could build a business on that website of that domain name, that would be something that they'd want. And it leads to your next question, which domain names are best for outbound sales? City and keyword, but city and services. So it could be like Montreal or Paris cleaning, or Paris landscapers, or Paris gardeners, Paris sprinklers, Paris housekeeping, anything that has a service. So any of the domains, any of the services you can find on angieslist.com, you'll find hundreds of services there, and any of those are good.
That's mostly what I meant. Yeah. Coming back to the previous question regarding for brokerage, I mean globally for brokerage, I mean you see some list of from brokers where there are no specific names, but do you think it's worth to try to get some names which can be sold in this list, or is it a waste of time? You see, are there some very odd categories where I can focus and try to get cheap names and list them through global brokerage, or is it really worth to target end users?
No, it's definitely much better to target end users. You'll always get more money from end users than targeting anybody else. But I mean, you can still register a couple of domain names for $10 each or $8 each and use those as test domains. But I wouldn't suggest spending a lot of money. You've already got a pretty good list.
Yeah, and I guess brokers don't like so much very fresh domain for fresh registered domain.
Well,
they want to list edge domains, or I don't know.
No, they have to. For a broker, it has to be generic. But brokers, most of the brokers in the domain business don't sell to other. They sell to other domainers, and they don't sell. They don't find end users, and a true broker needs to find end users.
Yeah.
So that's what you need to look for.
Okay, and in general, which type and target businesses do you think are hot in domaining now?
So again, any service industries. So anything with city and a service, like from Angie's List, will be very good.
Yeah, and in terms of verticals, I don't know, is it dating or pets or?
Pets are always good. Like grooming is always good. If you had like Paris Groomer or Paris Dog Groomer or Paris Vet, those things are always going to be popular. People love their pets, and it's great brandables to be Toronto Vet or Boston Vet or something like that. Okay. So those are always good. Okay.
No particular hints or tips on what should be out in the next weeks or months, or?
It's really tough. Just keep an eye on the news. I mean, and it's seasonal, so you're not going to sell a lot of skiing domain names in the summer.
Okay.
So make sure that you're paying attention to the seasonality and watch the news and see what's hot. I mean, yoga is always hot right now. It's getting hot. Yoga is popular. I mean, there's lots of different things that are popular as the seasons change. But watch the news and see what comes out, and you'll be able to keep on top of it.
Okay. Next question, 7.
Yeah, is it worth it to try to make domain flips? Yes, I mean, you can always try, but you're never going to get a lot of money from that type of thing. You can try an auction on Flippa. You may be able to try them on other places as well. I've seen a lot of people try them, but never get anything close to what they wanted for the domain names.
That's right.
So, again, if you stick to the domain industry and don't do outbound sales, you're not going to make a lot of money doing that.
Yeah, I give some shot on Flippa, and it didn't get much results. Yeah, that's right. No interesting scheme. I mean, some underpriced platforms and some overpriced platforms where you can buy on some and sell on others. Do you think there is still some people at some time speak about GoDaddy or some secondary market places were cheap, and Namejet was quite crazy in auctions. Do you think there is still a spot to find good names, cheap good names, and sell them on Namejet quickly?
Yes, definitely. Definitely, yes. I mean, but the thing is selling on Namejet, again, you're only targeting domainers, because end users barely know about Namejet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but you can still find some great bargains on names, that's for sure.
Maybe to have a 50% gain, or not 10 times the price.
No, 50% gain you should be able to do, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah, providing you buy it at a good price.
Yeah. And which price range do you think it's good to target? Buy domains, I guess, with more value, $500, $1,000, and try to sell them $1,000 to $2,000. Is it
probably better off buying the domain names for under $200 and trying to sell them for $700 and making 300%?
Okay. Yeah.
And your next question, 8, is an interesting question. I've never thought about that, but I'm sure there are some good business models in the U.S. that would transpose easily to the French market. I have to think about that one and let you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Question.
I would be glad because in France we are always 10 years behind. So if something worked a few years or is working now in the US, there is a latency, and we
have that in Canada. We have that sometimes too, where we don't get all the good food that they release until about 2-3 years later.
Yeah,
or medicine, sometimes even medicines, but medicines I think we're ahead of them. So question 9: what if I try to sell names ending with cafe, bar, club, place, or company called? That's fine. No, it wouldn't be a trademark issue at all. It's fine.
Okay, even if I get them after the place is created, or
I mean, hopefully it's not something too generic like Adam Dicker's Cafe. I mean, there's only one person that could use it, but if it's something like Green Cafe or even Dicker Cafe, you could probably get away with that. They don't even know these exist, and I think most of them will want them, but you're gonna have to sell them pretty cheap. But
Cafe is not good, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so one more tricky question, the 10.
Yeah, I'm reading that now. I have the name Metronomy. It's a dictionary, but also a band. Could they read it? I wouldn't say there's much risk to this.
Okay.
I would set the price reasonably cheap and just let it go because it's not like you're going to build a business on it anyway.
No. Probably either this band will buy it one day, or maybe it will be bought at a reasonable price. Yeah. Probably I will maybe lower even the price. Today I priced it at about 4K. Is it too big, too high?
Well, not if it's valuable to them. I mean, it's a dictionary word, so no, it's not. It's probably too high to sell, but you never know what they may come back with something good, so who knows.
Okay.
And then I see this question 11. I think that's crap. You can use it for whatever you want. Use the names and the emails you paid for it. Use it for whatever you want. Okay. I don't think you need to worry about anything like that.
Yeah, but if I send a big mailing to other domainers, because in CC there are many domainers, won't they be upset about that?
Yeah, you don't want to start spamming other domainers. Yeah. But at the same token, you did buy the list for a reason, so I definitely wouldn't suggest that you spam it. But you said a further agreement, so you bought a list of domainer end users.
Yeah, but it was.
How many were on the list, by the way?
Oh, it was a few, maybe 2,000-3,000 names, split it into domainers and users. It was a broker at one time, and he had his list, and he wanted to make additional money after having sold his business. Yeah. But I have no nice agreement paper. I only emails.
No. Do what you want with your. Do what you want with emails. Don't spam, but you can target specific people without spamming.
My idea was to use a list once. For instance, make a nice email with all my domains and send it once to everybody. Do you think it's fine, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Also, question.
Probably you are on the list. I was on it. So.
No problem.
Okay.
Question 12. You can use NameDrive, but once you get approved for domain name sales, you can use them instead. They have a much better system than NameDrive. And yes, if I'm targeting individually, I do use something like Keyword Planner to check the CPC and the traffic on certain keywords.
Yeah. Do you have any recommendation to how to find the good keywords? Because I think today I have some names with decent traffic, organic traffic, or good countries, but really I have a keyword problem because I think the keyword I set for this name doesn't match the ads the provider has. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Are there some tools to?
The provider ads are going to depend also on the content on the page. So you want to make sure the content on the page is focused on the same keywords that you're looking for.
Yeah, but content on the page, it's parking, pure parking.
You're talking on a landing page. So on a landing page, all you can do is target your keywords. And if it's not targeting right, then pick another keyword. Pick another one and see if there's a better one that will target better. But
are there some global business keywords for parking which work well? Are there some tools which helps for that, or some data I can find?
There's always insurance and mortgage and stuff like that, but if people are coming there looking to buy I don't know, paper plates, having a mortgage keyword isn't going to do them any good. So you still need to target whatever the domain is that people are looking for.
Yeah, but my question, assume I have a website, I have a domain which was a website for music, streaming music, okay? Should I put streaming or music or jazz music or something for keyword? I don't know how which best keyword to find.
So for that, you need to use the Google Keyword Planner and find something that has traffic, and mostly has a lot of advertisers. Because if it has advertisers, those are the people that are paying for the spots on the landing page. Yeah. So you want advertisers and you want a decent CPC. Anything over $1 is a good CPC.
By advertiser, you mean competition, maybe? Competition?
Yeah, competition, yeah.
At the first glance, because it's not easy to know how many advertisers on Google. Is it possible with a keyword tool from Google to know how many ads for each keyword? Is it something we can set up on the columns or?
Yes.
Okay. I will give a look for that. Okay. By the way, NameDrive, I just saw that NameDrive was incorporated in Parking Crew now, so maybe we changed something, or I don't know. Anyway, it was interesting but erratic. Some days I had a name which brought maybe $15 and 0 for 5 days. You see, it's I think there is a margin for optimization. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and parking. Sometimes you may get an odd click where it's like $60 for one click, and you'll be surprised. Other days it may not make anything. So there's definitely big differences in parking.
Okay. So more generally, the next point. Yeah.
Yeah, I see the new acquisitions. So you have unbuildable, which is good. Registry, that's pretty good. Cocktailable, and cocktailery. I'm not sure those are good, although cocktailery may be a good brandable. Musicalized, easy music creation. It could be a brandable. Coming outs is not bad. Gay people coming out, I see that. That's a good one for videos. So sometimes they show videos of their parents' reactions or other people's reactions. Yeah. That one may be good for a video site because I think lots of people would be interested in that.
These first 5
even straight people would watch that.
Yeah. And these first 5 were only reg-free, so I guess the risk is not so big even if I keep them for 5 or 10 years. So it's $50 or.
Well, if it's not making money, there's no reason to keep it for 5 or 10 years. So, but
yeah.
Superb quotes. That's interesting. It's not bad. Back order. To avoid, also not bad. Blackout Cafe, good name. Very good brandable. Bigfoot Cafe. Not as good as Blackout Cafe, but still brandable. Wooden Cottages is a good name. Makeover. Yeah, that one's... That one's not that grammatically correct, but who knows. Kitchen Room. Kitchen furniture, kitchen appliances. It could be. It's hard to just figure out where we go there, but it could be that as well. Wooden Cottages is really good. Blackout Cafe is really good. Coming Outs is good because videos would be great there. Yeah. Unbuildable could almost be a site where you challenge people to build something. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, or maybe difficult construction projects. I thought at first some architects that can say, okay, now we can build it. Some crazy architecture projects. I don't know.
Yeah. So now the names that you have that are available, and obviously I'm just going to go through these quickly. But Army Volunteers are bad. Availability checking is good. Baguette sandwich. I mean, that's good too. Obviously,
it's French.
And in Canada, I know what a baguette is as well. Californian business, no. Just checking if there's anything else here that I would say is good. Event translation.
Would it be better California businesses?
Sorry?
Would it be better California businesses or California businesses?
California for sure. Yeah. Event translation is very good. I was just at a conference in Spain and they did a lot of translating. So I think there's a job for an event translator and event translation. So that one's really good. I don't think funny mahjong is good because people get angry when they lose. French sandwich, that's not bad. Hosting comparator, no. Lawyer perspective, nobody cares what a lawyer thinks. Mahjong Cafe, that one may be good for a brandable. My birthday news night called opening parties, that would be good as well. That'd be great that would go well with your event one. It's very good for having opening day parties for companies and things like that. Pre-supplied. See My Point is an interesting name. That's a good brandable. I like that one. Simply Borrowing. That could be good too. It's worth $10. Soul Matched. It's worth $10. Soup Set.
So upset. So upset.
So upset. It looks like Soup Set.
Yeah, it means it can do both.
So upset. I like it better as Soup Set because maybe there's different bowls and plates and stuff. Who knows? Veganition. That could be a good brandable. I'm not sure really how you would get it, but it looks interesting. Yeah, you've done better with this batch than you've done previously because you're thinking more. You're thinking about things that could be perceived as businesses. I mean, what nearby? That's not grammatically correct. It'd be what's nearby, but still interesting. Okay, point 3, having a double check on my portfolio. Keep pricing. Most of these prices are completely wrong. Please suggest it in time here.
If you want, we have a few time now, you can quickly go through. I ordered. I categorize, as I explained, and I make appear the recommendation you had on the first review. So it's possible to go through from the beginning and quite quickly, I guess, if you have the document.
I'd have to look at it. I'd rather look at it again because it's a very nice spreadsheet you put together. So I wouldn't mind looking at it and then go through at it maybe next week. But you've definitely done a good job organizing the list, and it's much better. The only thing you should probably do is also add in your spreadsheet where these things are listed and at what price. Just for your benefit, not for me. But so if they're listed on GoDaddy with a price of $1,000, if they're listed on Sado at $1,200, at least that way you know. And then if you sell one, you can go and delete it also off the other 2 marketplaces.
Yeah, the column bin by it now is my price, where the prices are listed now, and all of them are only at Sido right now. And my next step is to spread it, but I will mostly keep the price coherent between the various platforms, at least the end user price. I mean, because I don't like to have domains. Some people find it at one price here, at another price there. I don't know. I'm not very happy.
Yeah, I really like
to keep the price the same.
I really like website certification to build out as a business. I think that could be a really big cash business. I think that one's one of the ones because then people would want the certification of their website that it passed security, it passed firewall detection, it passed SEO. Website certification is a really good name. Really good. That's one that you should probably build out because I could do tons with that. It's a great name. And modeling photographer, unless you're into that, you should probably just sell it because you'll get good money for that one as well. And the rest of them, I think we have to go through a little later.
If you have some time at some point, you can come back to me or.
Yeah, we'll arrange it. I want to look at it again, and then
anyway, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway, it's not so much my priority now, except if you see, Sysname, you should not keep it really, or Sysname, you should drop it. No way. But I think we did a lot of work last time, so don't spend too much time on that. I don't know which time left we have. If I can, I prefer eventually to spare some time for more questions if there are. But if you want to spend some time on that, it's up to you.
Oh, I can do that for you regardless, but if you want to ask more questions, feel free to ask questions, no problem.
Okay, thank you. So I think we went through everything very quickly and efficiently. Thank you.
No problem.
And how are you doing now? Is it busy? Are you planning some holidays or?
No, I'm gonna try to get some work done this weekend. I've got a bunch of things I need to do, and then who knows? We'll see. Maybe next week I'll have time for something. But no holidays in the future. I've got too much to do.
Or last-minute holidays.
Well, Christmas I'm gonna go to holidays with the family, so that's already planned. But up until then, I don't have anything else planned really.
Is it very hot in Canada now, or?
Today you're on Celsius as well. That makes it easy. So today it's about 29.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's definitely warm.
something like 35. So
yeah, that's
it's very
hot.
hot in France now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too hot. Too
Okay.
hot. Anyway, so yeah, let's talk about the portfolio next week. And if you have other questions, feel free to send them to myself or to Rick, and I'll definitely help you go over them.
Thank you. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Rick.
Okay,
so
you're welcome.
No problem.
have a nice day, evening, or
Yeah, for you it's evening. For you and Rick it's evening.
Yeah.
For me it's day.
Okay.
I'll contact you later, Jeff.
Thank you.
Okay,
All
bye.
right, Jeff. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care too. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.